What up? What up? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications too, so that you're able to get all of my content, all of my videos. Now, last night, everybody knows what happened. Oh man, the Lakers lose again to the Timberwolves, and it's funny because I was talking about the Timberwolves earlier in the day yesterday, and what I was telling people is that this ain't the same Timberwolves squad that you could just, look at and be the laughing stock. That's what they used to be when you talk about the Lakers. But Pat Bev hit him with the Bubba Dub. Trash. Uh-huh. And then Cat, he smelled the scent. He's like, you smell that? Oh yeah. Somebody didn't take out the garbage. Trash. But look, like I said, I don't trash niggas on this channel. That's not what I do. But they were clowning. Again, look, this right here now, if something hasn't set in, if this isn't a wake up call, Rush, you're gonna have to start playing like when Magic Johnson was disgusted and disappointed in the play, and when other Lakers legends had came out. That's what you have to pretend that this is gonna be like. But I mean, listen, right now you in the NBA. You in the NBA, and nobody should have to motivate you to know whose jersey that you're wearing of what franchise. Look, I know that the Lakers are not doing that well. I know that it's a collective thing. We could sit here and we could say, "Oh yeah, it's LeBron fault, it's West fault, or Russ fault, it's Frank Vogel fault, it's AD fault," but it's collective. It's collective. Look, I I like to give hope, and I like to think that there is some way that something could possibly happen. Something could, you know, turn things around, not magically, but just through hard work and heart. But I just really don't see that happening. I don't see that happening with the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, there's really not much. You can say. Each team that they're running up against, whether they're mediocre or whether they're a great team, unless LeBron is scoring like 50 something points, and the refs are gonna somewhat carry the game, Lakers aren't winning, and the league is sending a message. That's the same thing that I was talking about last night as it pertained to football. Yeah, Tom Brady gonna come back, but don't expect no magical thing to happen where it's gonna be easy for a guy like Tom Brady. Hey, that's the same thing that's happening to LeBron. Look, it happened to Jordan. He wasn't getting some of the calls that he usually got. Some of the stuff that he used to get away with, he wasn't getting away with, or later on in his career. And then it also happened to Kobe too. And right now this is LeBron, and you could say Russ too. I know Russ is a little bit younger, but some of the stuff that they used to get away with and all this other stuff, they're not allowing it no more. And then also from a player standpoint, the league has caught up to those guys. This is a young league. Uh, all these teams that are happy, like the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Phoenix Suns, even the Boston Celtics. And I'm going to talk about that game too a little bit later. You know, these guys are happy. Like I said, no egos, none of that. Chicago, even in the midst of them going through a little turmoil, and they was able to, fight through it and everything. You know, these guys are happy. And somebody had made a comment, and they basically said that they basically said that what's up with it, True Viking? I'll see you in the building. They basically had stated that LeBron, when the guys are playing with them, they don't even look happy. Guys look depressed. Guys look hurt. Guys look like they don't want to play. Look, I wasn't raised like that though. You know, I wasn't raised like that, man. Look, man, yeah, straighten up your face is what they used to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. And it's pretty much evident in their play. They're not having fun. They're not cohesive. You know, uh, when it's like they're playing on eggshells with him. You know, just to be honest with you. And look, y'all, some of y'all can get mad at me for saying that if you want to. It's the truth. They're playing on eggshells, and that's the worst type of game that you could play. Is when you're playing on eggshells. You don't, it's like living with somebody, and you don't know what type of attitude that they're gonna have from one day to the next. What's up with it, Alex? I see you in the building. It's kind of like that, but they bubba dubbed them. They bubba dubbed them. You know, I mean, they basically calling the Lakers trash right in front of their face. Came in there clowning. And look, I'm going to get back on the Minnesota Timberwolves for just a second. You know, I talked about them yesterday. Listen, this squad right here, they are not to be played with. Not to be played with. Carl Anthony Towns is on a whole nother level. And guess what? Dead homie, aka Pat Bev, is bringing something out of. He's bringing that. He's starting to bring. He always had it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you just need somebody to kind of give you that. You know what I'm saying? To fire you up, and that's what Pat Beverly does to a guy like Carl Anthony Towns, bringing out that savage out of him, and I like it. Look at you got Carl Anthony Towns. You know he's gotten over. Well, at least I don't. You know it's hard to get over. You know the situation that happened to him. You know with his moms and everything. Not everybody gets over that real quick and all that other stuff. But I think like it has made him like even more of a killer. You know, because he's sitting there competing. He said straight up that he was gonna win the 3-point contest. Went in there, got it done. Then he's been balling out of his control because I think he feels like he's being disrespected as not being called one of the best big men in the game. Then comes out uh, a night or two ago and puts up 60. You know, then you got a guy like Anthony Edwards, like I said, who's playing sensational, man. Just playing sensational, man. Like I I wanted him to improve his outside shot and just be a little less careless and a little less out of control, and he's done that. So for the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're not to be taken lightly anymore. This isn't a team where you could look at and you could just be like easy work. Nah, it don't work like that. And now that's how teams are looking at the Lakers. I mean, they'll play the Raptors, they lost. You know, they play the Timberwolves, they lost. You know, they play the Spurs, they gonna lose. barely getting by, going to overtime with some of these, these bad teams. That's how Minnesota used to be once upon a time. And now the tables have turned. It's funny because I was talking about this yesterday with Stephen A. Smith, about Stephen A. Smith, and he's basically saying, "Oh yeah, well I'm disgusted." Da, 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 da. This is exactly what they're talking about. This is exactly what they're talking about. Look, they just gonna have to go through it. They're just gonna have to go through it. I mean, LeBron is just gonna have to go through it. Now, a beast is gonna have to come out somehow, some way. That's the only thing that I could think really gonna save the season and possibly your legacy. Look, and I don't want to hear none of this stuff about, oh yeah, well AD was gone. AD made excuses talking about, oh yeah, well if I wasn't there, I mean if I was there, then you know they wouldn't have had a shot. Motherfucker, your ass was hurt the whole goddamn season, just like last season and just like this season. You have no durability whatsoever. You're not durable. You can't barely stand up. All these players that tend to get injured, they're fighting their way to get back, and they're fighting to stay on the court. What's up with it, Lou? I see you in the building. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the homie, Lou the Writer. Man, you up early than a motherfucker. Nah, but straight Bubba dubbed them, straight trash. That's what they called them. And like I said, I don't personally call, no team trash or player trash or anything like that. That's the one rule on my channel that I got. You know what I'm saying? Because they made it to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? You think about it. You could call the person that at the end of the bench trash, but play him 1-on-1. He'll probably smoke your ass. You said you at work. Oh, okay. You working at okay, you on that grind. I feel you. Headed there myself. Headed there myself. Even when I'm working, I'm working, I'm working, I'm working. Motherfucker got 3, 4 jobs. You know what I'm saying? But he's in a good situation right now. When I talk about Pat Beverly, he's a veteran that is inspiring these young guys that's on the team. He's bringing that dog out of them, so to speak, and I like it. I like it. A vicious Carl Anthony Towns, man. That's a nightmare. You got a 7-footer with decent post moves. Also, can play defensively. Also can rebound. Also can run the pick and roll and the pick and pop as well. And can he could create his own shot too, and he could get get to the rack. Yeah, even when I'm working, I'm working. That's how it got to be. Even when you're working, you're working. You know, work don't stop for me. You got all these people out here making excuses and stuff like that. Oh well, man, I gotta work and I got this to do. I got that to do, man. Shit, it don't matter to me. Work don't stop for me. You know what I'm saying? I got to get it done regardless. But look, the Timberwolves, like I said, man. See, and this is what the media, they're just gonna talk about how bad the Lakers got beat and everything like that. They're just not gonna talk about. This is the thing, and this is this is what the LDBC is here for. Okay, this is what we're here for. They're not gonna talk about how much of an improvement that the Minnesota Timberwolves have made. They're not gonna talk about the evolution of Carl Anthony Towns. Somebody, shout out to Two Raw for TV. Somebody had told Too Raw that the Minnesota Timberwolves is trash or not good. Man, okay, so 41-30, 9-2 in the last 11 games, and 11 games over 500. That ain't good. And they approaching the sixth spot in the West. Man, please. Now, if we would be having a different argument if it was they were 11th, or you know what I'm saying, down at the bottom of the totem pole, but that's not it. And they're a competitive team. They are a competitive team, whether you like it or not. I told people, and a lot of people were kind of indifferent about Alex Rodriguez coming there, taking over and everything. Look what he's done. He's done a phenomenal job. Well, we talk about Anthony Town being one best big man NBA, how Lakers shit did everything. Yeah, exactly. Yep, I remember talking about that, Lou. Also, I got to give a shout out to the one LVZ, the one LVZ or LVZ NBA Talk. Go subscribe to his channel. He talked about this. He talked about this a long time ago about wouldn't it be great to have a big man like Karl Anthony Towns, like Cat? And some people were like, well, they don't know and all this other stuff. Then there was the whole thing about AD was better and all this other stuff. Look, okay, from an agility standpoint and all this other stuff, just natural raw ability. Okay, yeah, one could say that, talent wise, AD is better, but durability, being able to just be there, and presence, evolution, and even footwork skills down in the post. One could argue that Karl Anthony Towns has gotten a lot better. Not that he was ever bad, but he just evolved, and he's clearly eclipsed AD as a better player. Clearly. And Karl Anthony Towns doesn't miss all those games like AD does. AD continues to miss games. The more games you miss, the more your game diminishes. What's up, Stephen Green? I'll see you in the building, man. You said saw the game playing better ball, better defensive team, Town a monster. Inside, watch out for the T-Wolves. Yeah, I've been saying that. Just like I told people to watch out for Boston. Everybody's like, oh no, they're not taking Boston seriously. I was, True Viking, her Boston Celtics. I'm telling you. You see how much different Boston looks, but like I said, everybody wants to say, be the same old, sing the same old song. Yeah, but he's improved because he's lost. I don't know if you could tell. Karl Anthony Towns has been working on his body. He's been working on his body. When he first came in, he was real husky, and that was one of the things they were kind of worried about. Now he's worked on his body and everything, and he flows to the basket a lot better, and on top of that, he moves out on the perimeter real good. He's got his pick and pop game down. I mean, he's shooting 41% from 3 pointers. That's around, that was even higher than Brooke Lopez the year that he started to transition his game to the 3 point line. You know, but he's evolved. I mean, look, I look at what you're doing from year one up to year whatever it is that you're in there. Boston coming together. What do you, True Viking, coming together? No, they got their shit together. Uh, I hope you was paying attention to the game last night. Playing the passing lane, okay? Let's start with that, all right? I'm not gonna let you do that. Come on, look, playing the passing lane. The combination of Marcus Smart, the combination of Jaylen Brown, the combination of White, right? And then on top of that, you try to take that motherfucker in the interior. Guess who's there to stop that shit? I got Robert Williams in my top 3 as defensive player of the year, arguably. He third in the league in blocks. You not having that shit. Straight up cleaning that motherfucker up. I told motherfuckers about Robert Williams. The motherfuckers want to bring up that shit. Oh yeah, well he's hurt and he ain't durable. Like, hey, that motherfucker durable. Guess what? That motherfucker's all over the floor. They came in the Oracle running that motherfucker. Look, I know Steph. He was gone, all that other bullshit. Yeah, we know. Hey, I hope he get better. However, I don't think they would have had a chance anyway. Coming together. No, they together. That's your squad. You say they got their shit together. And shit, don't let me mention that motherfucker Ima Udoka. You already know. He's all about defense first, offense second. They were making the game ugly. They were rugged. Marcus Smart diving on the floor. I'm not going to go that far, Steven. I'm not going to go that far as MVP. But he's playing good. The guy's playing good. And Anthony Edwards is playing good. We gotta give props to Anthony Edwards. But yeah, these teams that you used to look at and everything like that. And I believe, look, now that I'm on Boston, just for a second, I believe that Boston is going to thrive in the playoffs. You said this is the worst Lake team you've ever seen. Yeah, some people's eyes it is, Mike. Salute to you. In some people's eyes it is. You know, the product, you know, the NBA, man, you know, they don't want to put product like this on TV like this. I have a problem with LeBron's effort and body language last night. Zeddy, salute to you. You should have had a problem with it the whole entire season. You sitting there getting mad, you know, yelling at your teammates for something, you know, a lot of the stuff that's your fault. Nah, you got to take accountability of your own. Throwing your teammates under the bus at the press conference, that ain't leadership. Come on, man. You just now got a problem with that shit. No, man, you should have had a problem with that shit a long time ago. And if you got that type of anger, man, you got to be able to channel that motherfucker. Or do that shit in practice. Do that shit behind the scenes, man. Yeah, Kobe gonna get mad. Kobe gonna, you know, Kobe would have, you know, fussed at you, stuff like that. Michael would have got with you, but man, you got to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, okay, when y'all on the bench or something like that, y'all, you know, you in a huddle or some shit like that. But you just blatantly, you know, uh, getting on your teammates like that, and for something, for some of the things that's your fault. I think we're going to do something special. I really do. I'm just going to sit back and eat my popcorn. Shit, man, you better get you some fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? You better get you some barbecue chicken because that's what the Boston Celtics is doing, Lou. I know Lou don't want that, but the Boston Celtics are for real. You seen who was a better defensive team last night. I'm gonna let things play out. I know True is happy about this Boston Celtics. Well, look at it. You just gonna wait. Shit, that's the problem. Everybody want to wait. Boston ain't waiting for shit. They blew us, Lou. They blew the Sixers out. 130 to like 130 to like 90 something, man. You talking about, oh yeah, I'ma just wait. Boston is for real. Let me repeat that to you. I'm gonna repeat it again so you can hear me. Boston is for real. They're rugged. They play ugly, but you also have a little smoothness involved when you take a combination of Jason Tatum still being able to get in there and score and just have that natural ability to score. You still got Jaylen Brown. You got Marcus Smart who can score, who could defend, who could get rugged and ugly. Of course, I know him. He from here. You know what I'm saying? He don't play nothing like he do when he out here. Like you would think that motherfucker is a goddamn motherfucker shit Kyrie Irving or some shit. The way he played when he played pickup and shit like that. But he's doing his motherfucking job. Oh, now everybody taking the math seriously. Now that Dinwiddie done beat the Brooklyn Nets and all that other look. Now they won't take him seriously. Yeah. This even the first time I've seen him do this in Cleveland polo. How is this a good leader? Yeah, exactly. That's a good. Hey, that's a good point. That's a good point. You gotta listen. Leadership is very like I'll say this again, and then after this I gotta ride out, y'all. But I'm gonna say this again. You could be the best player on the team, the most talented, but somewhere in throughout that whole entire roster, you got to have somebody with leadership capabilities. And if you don't have it, then 9 times out of 10, your team ain't gonna go nowhere. They'll go somewhere. They're gonna go home and they're gonna sit on the couch, probably and eat a loser's bowl of cereal. You know what I'm saying? While them other guys they eating good, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, they eating a celebration dinner. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, uh, leadership is a big factor, and everybody, not just LeBron. There's veterans on that team that got to step up themselves in terms of leadership too. But they're looking at LeBron because LeBron is the he's the face of that team or whatever. So they're gonna get on him, and they're gonna say he needs to take accountability. But listen, I'm gonna repeat it. Lou, True, Zeddy, Stephen Green, uh, Mike, all y'all that's in here. Boston is for real. Boston, listen, they nothing to be played with. Hey, it's funny because it seems like every time somebody team, be playing, I'll be having more faith in their team than they do. For instance, with Lou's 49er, I have more faith in his team than he do. When it comes to the Boston Celtics, not True to King. I ain't got more faith in him. True to King. Shout out to True to King TV. Go sub to his channel. But uh, True Viking, I got more. She like, look, I'm gonna sit back, wait all the shit, nigga. I ain't waiting for a goddamn thing. I ain't waiting for a motherfucking thing. You said he get clowned. I'm not clowning that motherfucker Steph Curry at all. And whoever doing it, they dumb. I think what the knock on Steph Curry is the factor that he needs to get it done when it really matters. But shit, why would I clown a unanimous MVP, an MVP an MVP that James Harden had to beg for? Anyways, I'm out of here. Polo Sports Talking and Entertainment. Like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notifications so that you will be notified. I'll get at y'all later.